Hello, God bless. This is Daniel Maxima with another vlog. So this video will be a part 2 video to my original Hollywood in Crisis. So this is just part 2 of my take, since I didn't disclose a lot of things in the video that I wish to disclose here. So let's get into it. So recently, it's been revealed that Disney only hires people of color for I don't know what reason, but it seems like that's their policy now. And I'm seeing YouTubers criticize it, and the typical run around, over and over same arguments, run about, and I'm just here to voice my opinions on that and then some. So my honest take on all of this ordeal, because it's been a decade already of this mediocrity going on and on, to the point that people have fled already to alternative media. They have fled to the content of the past, YouTube videos, anime, even started reading books. So, and now we're seeing the new cultural rebel, and I call it a cultural rebel because there's nothing revolutionary about any of this. It's just a straight up narcissism in and of itself, escalating to the point in where people are starting to turn apathetic towards the media that they have been watching since ever. But it's apparent that they're hiring people for all the wrong reasons, and that they're choosing certain specific demographics to aim their content to, even though the content is for everybody, because the ones with power are the audience, given they're the marketing for your product. So imagine my surprise when I saw that video of them revealing that Disney hires only people of color, which to me is ridiculous. But then again, not surprising either, because I myself am a person of color, and I can tell you from experience that I don't need to see my skin color out there or my culture out there, because at the end of the day, people are more attentive towards the experience of an individual. Like, everybody struggles, everybody goes through tough situations, everybody has their own personal crisis going on, and what matters most is to see people triumph and inspire others, regardless of cultural barriers, regarding of differences of sex, of anything. At the end of the day, you're a human, and we humans are, if there's something we do have in common, is that we struggle and we like to come out top. Um, but in today's society, everything has to do with your skin color, your gender. The most insignificant things are given, highlighted, are pretty much given more power than the significant things. So I've been seeing, so going back to the white making videos on this, to me it's not like, if I was a white person, I wouldn't give my energy or my my time into films like this or shows like this, because sometimes the propaganda it's already there. There's no subliminal messaging whatsoever, and the mediocrity speaks for itself. Like, the flops speak for themselves. I mean, I'll be proud not to be associated with mediocrity, with rubbish, with pretty much nothing that will sustain until the end of time. It will be a joke that will come and pass. It will be something so insignificant that you can pretty much ignore. I mean, I wouldn't associate myself with garbage, or let alone get mad at garbage, because garbage is not to be, It's not something you give your energy to. I mean, at the end, I mean, you should let people of color just look dumb in making this content and bringing racism into where there's none, and pretty much revealing themselves to be the major antagonist of this ridiculous, never-ending story that I don't know how far it's gonna go. As I already said, it's been a decade of this mediocrity going on and on and on and on and on, to the point in where it's redundant and truthfully annoying. And at the end of the day, the audience is not dumb. The audience will rebel because it's against their nature. It's a violation of everything that has been taught to them. It's a violation of their senses. They're not dumb. They know when people are trying to tell them something that is simply not true. And Hollywood, Hollywood itself is funded by Satanists, by Luciferians, by pedophiles, by all the, literally all the nastiest people on the planet, have invested in Hollywood. So there's nothing really productive that I can think about saying about them. Even though you see the films behind me, evidently you have to understand where you're standing, where you stand in this. You need to understand your station in all of this. That they're paid to distract you, to feed you lies, to feed you a narrative that doesn't exist, to keep you in a loop, to feed into your insecurities, into your fantasies that are to the point where you're completely brainwashed. This reminds me of that episode from Justice League Legends, where it's revealed that the world is an illusion created by a monster that has been, mutated from nuclear weapons and explosions, and that he made an entire reality based on his childhood heroes. But the people were not happy with it. So, and they were doing this for 40 years, living a lie for 40 years. So, just remember, you don't really need the red pill or the blue pill. You just need to ask God to provide you wisdom, the same wisdom he gave Solomon. He can actually provide to you, so you can see things through heaven's eyes and see for the things for what they are, but also see them that to the point so that you don't suffer from a heart attack at age 20 or 30, where you cannot, handle it. Because I'm afraid that if you get a heart attack in an early state in your life, you're gonna die. Because the elderly can handle heart attacks, the youth cannot. So you don't give your energy to what is clearly garbage, because if you debate with a fool, it makes two fools. If you give your energy to a fool, that makes you a fool, especially where the joke is so right there and that you really don't need any subliminal messages or subtitles for it. People can see the joke for itself. And at the end of the day, racism is never okay. It's not okay from the minority to the majority or from the majority to the minority. It's never okay, and people don't connect with races of any type, because at the end of the day, we're humans. We live in this world together for a reason, and those who profit from wars, division, misinformation, the tyranny of lies, all of that, those are the real antagonists. Those are the real villains. Those are the real oppressors, and the ones responsible of casting the perfect illusion that you see before you, which is political correctness and beyond, really. And it's truly sad that we have come down to this, but then again, biblical prophecy has to be fulfilled. This has to come and go. This have to come and pass, and things will get worse before they get better. You're just seeing the early stages of what's to come. So there's no surprises there. But I'm not. I'm a person of color myself, and I don't attach myself to the same people of my own race or my own genders, because at the end of the day, I've been humiliated, hated. I mean, even um, uh, you know, outcasted by my own, you know, my own minority group. So, and I don't need really them to see, to feel like I belong where I belong. Like I've seen characters from all different demographics that I can bond with based on their experiences, and none of them involves skin color. It involves the struggles of life, like so. And I have interacted with a lot of people that are from different demographics, and they're, you know, humanism speaks for itself. Like human compassion and understanding speaks for itself. It doesn't need to be told through the mouth of the same group that you're in. You simply stop limiting yourself and start like branching out and seeing how the world truly works. Because it's not, maybe it's technology that's turning people's heart, love cold, or is it the realization that you're not really interacting with anybody outside of your little soapbox world. And two wrongs don't make a right. So Hollywood is just a product of consumerism, and so basically corporations feeding profiting from lies after lies after lies, and causing people to simply get tired, get depressed, turn to drugs, alcohol, or whatever there is around, or just suicide, and get it over with. That's all they paid. They're paid to do. That's all their original task is, to destroy the person and get them straight to hell. That is their objective. So I choose not to give my energy and time to devils they don't really need a mask or they don't even hide under a facade. You can see them for themselves. And they profit primarily out of attention given to them by people who should know better. But this is the world that we're living in. The world that, they give all the attention to the distractions, but instead of the real menace at large. So, God bless, and I'll see you guys very soon.